Hello dear students, this is Suchiyadatta, SST teacher, and now I am about to pick up the last chapter of Civics class 8th, that is the 10th chapter, Law and Social Justice. In this we will try and understand what exactly is social justice and how does the law ensure this justice. You have seen in the 7th class textbook that there is a story of a shirt wherein the cotton comes from the farmer, then it is weaved and then it goes to the market and then the sale process goes on. Well, when we have to pick up a market situation in the social justice, we will try to understand it in this manner, that the wages of the workers need to be controlled and the private contractors have to be monitored, and the businessman who is just thinking of making more and more profit has to be kept under the law to see that he does not exploit others. By the workers' wages, we clearly mean that nobody should be underpaid. They should be fixed minimum wages for every worker. Therefore, in a market situation, when we are talking of a businessman, we are talking of a contractor, we are talking of a worker, we have understood that there are three main players in the market. That is the worker, the consumer and the producer. As far as the worker is concerned, he is the person who works, who actually brings the product out as it is. And then is the consumer, that is you and me, who consume it, who use it, who eat it. And the producer, the person who has all the assets and machinery, a big unit wherein the production is done. And the laws have to be made by the government to see that all three of them are protected, that nobody exploits any one of them. That is, the workers should be paid a good handsome amount, the consumer should get the product at a reasonable price, and the producer should be protected in a sense that neither the worker nor the consumer should be trying to exploit the producer. Therefore, the laws have to be made. But merely making the laws is not sufficient, because the enforcement of the law in proper manner is equally important, and especially in situation where the weak has to be protected, that is the workers against the producer, because the worker will always be fearful of losing his job, of his livelihood, and as there are many people willing to work, the producer can easily exploit the worker. Therefore, the government has to visit these sites again and again to see that the laws are enforced in a proper manner. Besides, you have to understand, as the worker, consumer, producer, these are the three tiers. So, making laws, enforcing laws and upholding laws is equally important. That is, you make the laws which are just and meant for protection. Enforcing, that is, the proper enforcement is done, and upholding, protecting it. If we are able to do this, then comes the right social justice in the country. And what does social justice means? Social justice means when all of us are happy, we get our dues. For example, nobody should be told to work as bonded labor, and the children below 14 years should not be allowed to work in hazardous conditions. So, this is to ensure social justice in the country, and this was about one situation, that is the market situation in the country.